Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Big Time PDC, Big Time Podcast. Very simple acronym for one word, which is actually pretty sick. I don't know how I came up with PDC. It worked. I was thinking PD, because podcast, but or like PC, but I was like, nah, PDC. That just rolls off the tongue better. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, today I'm recording this on the 27th. I just watched the KSI versus Swarmz / Pineda fight. The whole card, really. And I swear to God, I should have bet money, bro. 100%. Except for the Slim fight. Every single fight, I got right to the round, bro. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. I believe that the most controversial one was the Slim fight. He knocked him out cold in the second round. And there was just nothing that motherfucker could do. He was out. But I think the closest one for me before the card, like what I was thinking was gonna be like a close fight or like the one I was like jumping on each side of the fence for was Fousey versus Deji. Fousey versus Deji. All I was thinking was I really want Deji to win. He's not doing anything. He's not being vibrant. He's not talking trash. That might be a good thing or a bad thing. But then they had that fucking stare down. And you can see it. Deji smiled a little bit near the end, but you could see it. Deji was looking into that motherfucker's soul, bro. As soon as that fucking stare down went, bro, he collected Fousey's soul. It was very simple. The way it went. Fousey was he was wearing sunglasses for one, which is a bitch move. But the main thing was that Fousey was looking at him, right? And he was just angry, fired up. Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm your last fucking chance. Shit like that. And Deji just stared at him. Deji just stared at him. Didn't move. Didn't do nothing. Stared right into his soul. And then that same energy was carried into the fight when they both did their ring walks. Deji did not move his eyes away from Fousey. That's how you spike a fighter right before a fight. Now, do I believe that mentally Fousey was beaten before the fight? I don't think so. I'm being genuinely honest there. I don't think Fousey was, because I believe that he was very much one in his own head. Which is fine. He's full of himself, whatever, right? But second of all, you could tell from where he was to what he became, he's definitely a lot stronger, a lot more wiser, just a better human being in general. You could see that, and not only physically but mentally. You can see it. He's a very, very, very tough guy. He's gotten there, and credit to him. He got out in the ring and he performed, but Deji had his number the entire fight. And I like how during the fight, True Geordie said the words. I think it was True Geordie. Yeah, True. No. It was Keemstar. He said, but Fousey's not going to give up, though. That's one thing about Fousey. He's just not going to give up. And yeah, he didn't even give up. His corner had to throw in the fucking towel. Just like how Deji's team had to throw in the towel his first fight. I just thought that was a nice little turnaround that nobody noticed. You know what I mean? It was pretty sick. Such a great fight. Just a fucking amazing fight. Deji was clinical, surgical. How many acronyms can I come up with? Anyway, just amazing. Amazing, not acronyms. Whatever. You know the word I'm trying to say, damn it. Oh, man, what a fight, though, man. He came in there, he outboxed him in every way. You can see that Deji was training. He went up there to the scale, and people were like, oh, he's not fit. Look at him. He's not shredded. Yeah, because he's fighting above his weight class. He had to bulk a little bit, but you saw the definition in his arms. When he was boxing, bro, dinosaur eggs, dog. Gee. Not literally, but come on now. You're telling me that Deji wasn't fit? Fuck out of here. He destroyed that shit. When Fousey was doing all that shit, like I saw the same video everyone else saw where he's there, just taking the hits from that stick. He's like, whacking it on his stomach. I don't know what that's called. I'm not well versed in boxing. Boxing training, rather. I watch a lot of boxing. Good shit. Canelo versus Triple G was good. I'm gonna watch the fuck out of that. Oh, man. Who do you got for that fight? I think it's going to be Canelo. I think it's going to be another win for Canelo. I mean, come on. It's fucking Canelo. Those fucking Mexicanos, man. They don't fuck around. You know what I mean? But I gotta say it's going to be Canelo. But if Triple G can... Bro, Triple G's going to make some rich motherfuckers if he wins that fight. I'll tell you that right now. He's going to make some people a fuck ton of money if he wins that fight. Because I know he's the underdog. Everybody knows Canelo's name. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. You know, when are we going to get fucking Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather? It's never going to happen. We know damn well Floyd Mayweather had Canelo when he was young, and he was able to barely beat him. Well, I don't know if it was barely. I need to rewatch that fight. But, you know, if no way in hell they would ever do a rematch. I mean, come on, bro. No way in hell. Anyway, back to the Misfits boxing event. So the first event was KSI versus Swarmz, and, bro. What did you expect? You know what I mean? What did you expect? You know, a lot of people are complaining about the quality of the opponents that KSI faced, but a lot of people need to realize that these guys were picked last second. Swarmz, what was it? He had no idea he was going to fight Swarmz. Yeah, he put him in the back because he really didn't think Alex Wasabi would pull out 3 weeks beforehand. He's like, yeah, shut up. I'll put you on the thing. You know, whatever. He said it in his video. I'll put you on the fucking undercard. Or not the undercard. The backup, just in case. And turns out he had to fucking fight him. And so his fans got livid hell. I thought it was a disappointment. I wasn't voicing it, but, you know, I thought it was a fucking disappointment. But that mad motherfucker, he's the real madman. That mad motherfucker said, you know what? You don't like it. I got you. Fucking 2 fights in one night. 2 fights. Now you can argue, oh, but these are easy fights. These are that and the other. Bro, on 2 weeks' notice, it's hard to pick a second person. And then turns out that second person's a fucking Nazi. Ivan Nikolov, I think that's his name is. Ivan Nikolov. Man, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? So... It turns out, it's like, shit, well, I gotta come up with another fighter. We're a week before the fight. Who the fuck's gonna take this bag? Then this fucking guy, Pineda, comes in out of nowhere and is like, yeah, I'll fight you in Spanish. Yeah. Fine, all right, let's do it. And then they had the press conference and the weigh-in. Oh, my God. KSI was electric in that fucking press conference. Vamos! 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 You know, Mamo! Mamo! I know y'all remember that shit. That shit was so fucking good, bro. Oh, it's just great lead up. Great fight. It was a great... Okay, the fight itself wasn't that good because I'll get to that. But basically, the entire card was stacked. I'm telling you, this is the best YouTube boxing event that's ever existed. And it's not even close. I'm being honest. Every single card was stacked, and it was a badass fight. Every single one. Except the KSI fights. I'm being honest. The KSI fights, you saw KSI improve, and he dominated the ring, which was good. But as a fight, it wasn't that, you know, the fights weren't that strong. And like I said, his backups just weren't that good. And, I mean, how are you going to get a good fighter 3 weeks notice? 2 weeks, 1 week notice? A fighter that's actually worth a damn will not take a fight like that. I say that, but Slim did it. Hey, listen. All right? Listen. All right? Just calm down, all right? Listen, Slim already picked face tempers, so moving on, right? But no, it was a great fight, and I think they're different weight classes. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they are. Like they're wildly different weight classes. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. No, so you had the Swarmz fight. Then next it was I forget his name. It's the Irish guy versus Thompson. I forget his name. Sam Hyde. That's his name. Sam fucking Hyde. Yo, that guy is so stupid, bro. They had the press conferences, the weigh-ins, everything. It was ridiculous how funny this guy was. You know, he had the fucking leprechaun bravado and shit. I swear to God, you know, and it was fine. You know, I felt like it was very corny, but he wanted to fit a character, and hey, it worked. You know what I mean? I was down with whatever he was throwing. You know what I mean? That shit hit different. It was good. You know, and the fight itself was good. Thompson actually did okay in the first round. I was like, oh, okay, this might be a good fight. But then the second and third round came along, and both fighters were dead tired. But Sam Hyde was able to hold his own. And, you know, he knocked him out in the third round. Which was crazy because I saw that knockout, bro. He was wobbling. Thompson was fucking wobbling on his feet. I'm like, call it, ref. Yo, he's not going to make it, ref. And finally they called it. What a fight. What a fucking fight. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, don't get me wrong. These aren't like amazing professional. Oh my god, this is crazy. But for an event that costs $10, $20 if you don't have the zone, so it's 20 plus the 10. But shut up. All right, $10 event is not bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad. What was next? Salt Poppy, I think it was, right? Yeah, Salt Poppy versus this other guy. I don't know who the fuck. No, he wasn't next. But I'll talk about Salt Poppy real quick, bro. Salt fucking Poppy. Jesus Christ. Fucking 30 seconds, I think it was. I don't know, man. He comboed his ass. 1, 2, that's it. Get out of my ring, bro. Yo, Salt Poppy don't fuck around. Warski, that's his name, Andy Warski, fucking was talking so much shit. He was talking so much shit. And he got fucking dropped, bro. Oh my god, what a great fight. I saw that press conference. He's like, oh, I can't wait to beat you. Oh. And then the announcers were like, oh, it's going to be strength versus skill. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the tagline for this fight? Strength versus skill? Get this shit on my face. Fucking Salt Poppy destroyed him. And we all knew that would happen. I thought that Salt Poppy would win, just not that quickly. Holy shit. And then Dean the Great, holy fuck, versus Evil Hero. Yeah, Evil Hero. Bro, what was that, like a couple minutes? It was the first round. Fucking slipped him, hit him with, I think it was a right. I don't know, I forget. But basically, it was a quick knockout again. Like, these fighters, let me tell you something. When I was looking at the card, I did not think that there'd be so many constant knockouts. Like, I thought it would be decisions, whatever. But it's as if these fighters were mismatched. Which is crazy because it didn't seem that way when we were looking at the card. You know what I mean? Like when they were building it and all that, it didn't seem like it. These guys seemed like they were good, evenly matched, you know, that kind of thing. Bro, every single fucking person, almost every single fight was a straight up knockout and a complete mismatch. That's crazy to me. Because, once again, you don't see that from the outside looking in. It's only during the fight you realize, yeah, these guys don't really belong in the ring together. You know what I mean? It's kind of ridiculous. I just thought it was funny. Throughout the entire fight, I'm like, wow, he has no chance. Andy Warski got fucked up. Evil Hero got fucked up. Yeah, man. Thompson got fucked up. Everyone got fucked up. It was crazy. FaZe Sensei versus Kenny. A lot of people are saying that one's rigged. I actually didn't watch much of it. I was watching the fight while I was working, so I missed some of it, but it's fine. It was a decision, and I believe Kenny won. Hey, man, good for Kenny. You know, at the end of the day, I believe his last fight was a decision, but then it got turned over the next day, so we'll see. Even the announcers were like, the fuck? Or commentators. I was like, what the fuck? You might need a recount, ref. You know, everyone thought FaZe Sensei won. So that's fair. Good for him. I hope that does get overturned to a no contest or whatever, right? So that's good. It was it, but to be honest, if FaZe Sensei said that this is going to be his last fight, do we really want the belt to go to somebody who says it's their last fight? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, I hope it's not his last fight. I want to see him fight again because FaZe Sensei definitely can turn it on. You know what I mean? I've seen his previous fights. He could turn it on. He's a good fighter. You know, I don't know. Maybe he's getting older. Maybe he's got the bag. He doesn't need to chase it anymore. You know, no, let me rephrase. I'm pretty sure it wasn't specifically for the bag. All right, obviously not. I'm not saying that. All right, it's just, I don't know. Maybe he's just content. I think a good word is for that, for like his boxing career or, you know, his martial arts career. It's like, I'm content. You know, I think that's what he's going for, and that's good for him. I'm glad. You know, I hope everything works out with him, and I hope that we get another fight from you, FaZe Sensei, because you are definitely worth watching. All right, next is, I believe it was FaZe Temper versus Slim, and that was a fucking 2 weeks notice. 2 fucking weeks notice, bro. What the fuck? 2 fucking weeks notice. That's mental to me. How in the fuck does somebody get 2 weeks notice to a guy who's apparently been in camp for a year? A year. Everyone thought FaZe Temper was going to win. Everybody. Even me. I thought FaZe Temper was going to win. I thought Slim had a good chance, but I thought overall it was going to be a decision bout. Bro. Slim said, second round, go fuck yourself. Bang! Fucking on the floor. Flopped, bro. Oh, my God. Great fight. Great fight. Slim got him easy. It was crazy. And then you see him after the fight, and he's all bruised up and cut up and shit. I'm like, wow, he really went through war. That was a great fight. What else? So it was Deji versus Fousey, and I already described that one. Fousey went through a mad transformation. I have to give him nothing but respect and props. He definitely worked hard for this fight, but that was one thing that KSI was pointing out when he was watching the training footage, like he was comparing fighters, is that that his boxing technique just wasn't there. You know, he has the mentality, but his boxing technique is there. I guess he has no talent. I think that was the main thing. He just had no talent in the ring. You know what I mean? And that's fucked up. That's fucked up to hear because you work so hard towards something and then you basically just have no talent in it. You know, you kind of feel like it's a waste of time. But I can definitely tell Fousey, he's not listening to this, but I'm just saying if he was, that listen, you need to keep going. If you want this, if you genuinely want this, you need to keep going. Deji had to lose 3 times in horrible ways before he could actually get a W. You know, and think about it like this: Deji went up against a person like you, where he went through a complete transformation. I mean, he was very threatening, all of this stuff, and you know, he just finally humbled himself, didn't talk any shit, and was laser focused, and he finally did it. So maybe that's what Fousey has to go through because you still saw it when he was fighting Deji. You know, you saw moments of silence, but as the days went on and then finally it hit fight week, he got fucking mental and he just, you know, of course he's trying to sell the fight, of course, but you saw the way Deji was. All he cared about was him and Fousey in the ring and nothing else. He said it in the post-fight interview that I didn't even hear the crowd. I heard my team. I didn't hear the crowd until the fight was over. And that's how focused Fousey has to be to get his first W. It's the truth. So I hope that he could come back and turn up the heat to 11, you know, and get a W because, you know, Fousey definitely does deserve it. I think he could fight and he can get to that point where he can get a W. I believe in him. I hope it works because he's fucking fought his ass off for this. Absolutely. Now, before I get to the Pineda fight, I want to talk about Alex Wasabi pulling out. First of all, KSI has many theories about what happened. It's like, oh, maybe he got a concussion or maybe he got, you know, a broken hand, whatever, right? He was injured. But he was thinking, is like, considering that Alex Wasabi is under the same company as Jake Paul is, or it's Jake Paul's company. What was it? He thinks that he pulled out deliberately. It's like, let me ruin his event. You know, and it's like, yeah, I could definitely see where you're coming from there, but, you know, I'm not going to say that Alex Wasabi did that because, you know, obviously I don't have any evidence. I'm not just going to make any baseless accusation. But could I believe it? 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. Alex Wasabi didn't want that smoke, bro. Alex Wasabi did not want that smoke. And hey, man, they showed it. He showed how much smoke he's got under that belt. He fucked up Swarmz. Of course, he only had 2 weeks, didn't know how to box. But, bro, it was domination. It was domination. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And then he fights Pineda, which is a professional boxer. Of course, he's only 2-5, but come on, he's a fucking pro boxer. He has a lot of experience. You'd think that Pineda would put up a decent fight. But no! Oh, my God. During the whole fight, the commentators are like, this is an embarrassment. Throughout the entire fight, Pineda kept fucking complaining. They even the commentators were talking about like, oh, this is the only Mexican that we got the only weak fucking Mexican in this entire world. We were able to put this guy on our card. It's ridiculous. True Jordy, I love him because he's 100% real. Throughout the entire fucking thing is like this fight's probably the worst. Like KSI has had the worst 2 fighters the entire card. True Jordy kept it real, and that's why I respect him. He doesn't placate. He doesn't try to kiss ass and none of that. He's him, and he has his own opinions, and that's why he can be controversial with a lot of people, and that's why he's so polarizing. It's because he tells the fucking truth and he sees it as it is. That's my guy right there, True Jordy. Shout out to him. I don't think he's listening to this, but it's fine. Shout out to you, my friend. You're a good fucking dude. I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. You know, you were trying to be neutral way back when in the Logan Paul and JJ days. You know what I mean? We appreciate you, True Jordy. Yeah, I think it's funny that Todd Grisham's in it too. Todd Grisham, holy shit. You guys remember? I think it's Todd Grisham. I'm pretty sure. He was back in the WWE days. I remember looking at DVD specials of like ladder matches and shit, and he would be the guy in between matches, like announcing and like making commentary. You know, and he would be an actual commentator during Raw and SmackDown. I think back in 2010, 12, something like that. Right, a long time ago, which is crazy to think. 2012 was 10 years ago. Fuck, I'm getting old. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to KSI. So KSI was fighting Pineda, and Pineda just kept complaining throughout. Oh, he hit me in the back of the head. Oh, he hit me in the back. Oh, my back. Like, well, go fuck your mother. You know what I mean? This fucking guy, man. Ridiculous. What the fuck was that? You're a fucking professional fighter, and he didn't put up a single fight. I was so happy that the referee didn't call the fight until the third round, because he could have easily called it within the first couple minutes of the first round. But he's like, nah, I see what you're trying to do. Pineda was just trying to get a bag throughout that entire fight. He was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get knocked down a few times, and then that's it. You know, I'll get paid and then I'll move on, right? Fuck that. The referee was like, nah, motherfucker, I'm a soldier, and you're gonna get your ass fucked up by this guy. Yo, 3 fucking rounds. I think he got knocked down 10 times. 10 times, bro. I think it was maybe 8. But, I mean, he took a knee, 3 times, 2 times throughout the entire fight? Ridiculous, bro. Pineda, fucking slime, bro. What the fuck? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. That's ridiculous. But I can't tell you. Let me go back to Deji and Fousey. I cannot tell you how happy, how invigorated, how just fucking awesome I feel that Deji finally got his first W. Can I get a fucking applause? Can I get a fucking applause for that, goddammit? Yo, it's ridiculous. I'm so happy for him. You have no idea, because Deji has gone through so much, and I tell you what, he really did make the road harder for himself. He had to fight demons, all right? And you know, when the first fight, he barely trained. Second fight, he didn't train at all. Well, no, he barely trained for that one, too. But he trained less, and you saw how out of shape he was. And then in the third fight, I really thought that he was going to make it when he fought Alex Wasabi. But, man, he had a mental block, and he told us this after the fight. He had a mental block, basically. He was scared to throw. And so his team just threw him in the deep end during the training session for Fousey, and he came up on top. And I'm so happy for him, man, because you saw how clinical he can be when he's no longer afraid. I mean, Vidal said it, KSI has said it, a bunch of his trainers have said it. Deji has natural gifted talent. He's a gifted fighter. And when he gets past his head is when he's really good. And that's exactly what happened. He fought his demons and he came up on top tonight. And I am so proud of him. I can't say that enough. And when I saw him rejoicing with KSI afterwards, it was great. KSI was going to get interviewed, and he's like, oh, okay, no, don't worry about it. Let me move. This is your moment, bro. And JJ pulled him back. No, get back here. This is our moment, bro. This is our moment. Oh, fucking heartwarming, dude. Fucking heartwarming. What a great card. What a great night. You know what I mean? It really made my workday a lot better. And I'm definitely going to be thinking about this card for a while. I mean, come on. This is bragging rights, baby. Deji definitely got a fucking dub tonight. Not no little split decision. No. Threw in the towel. That's how fucking much of a W he got, bro. What a fucking night. And then KSI, 2 knockouts in one night. Come on, man. Don't talk to me about quality of fighters, bro. Come on. He got these fucking guys 2-3 weeks before. He got Pineda a week before. Don't come at me with that bullshit, man. Come on. 2 knockouts in one night? Come on. It's ridiculous. And then he called out all these fucking people. Andrew Tate, Tommy Fury, Austin McBroom. You know, who do you think is going to win the Gibb versus McBroom fight? I'd like to think that Gibb will win. I'd like to think that the Gibb fight versus Jake Paul was... I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. I don't know what happened. I was rooting for Gibb. I thought Gibb was going to win it, you know, very closely. But I thought Gibb was going to win. But no. Gibb was doing some weird crab walk bullshit. And he lost massively. Which is crazy because then he never used that strategy in the previous 2 fights. And he never used that strategy or was even reflecting it in any way, shape, and or form in the fight, Taylor Holden, I forget his name. The guy he fought in the TikToker versus YouTube event. Which, by the way, they robbed the fuck out of him, but they switched it over to Victory. Good for him. You know what I mean? But I don't know who would win that fight. I'd like to think Gib would win, because you see, people see the Gib versus Jake Paul fight and that's it, and they think Gib is just instantly trash. He's a good fighter. I just don't know what happened with that Jake Paul fight. It makes no sense. It completely switched up on me. Now, I'm going to throw a conspiracy theory out there. I don't particularly believe it, but I could believe it if you gave me decent evidence behind it. But I don't believe it, but I could see how people could believe it. Gib took a dive. 100%. Hey, listen, I really think that it was just the nerves getting to Gib. I really think that's what it was. It was nerves or some sort of fluke or some bullshit like that, right? But if somebody on the inside, or Gib himself, said that, yeah, I took a flop, I would believe that shit. 100%. I believe it. You know what I mean? Because it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous what Gib tried to do in that fight. You think after the first knockdown, he would have realized, okay, let me not do this stance. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They're fucking stupid. But, I just hope that Gib comes out on top of the Austin McGregor fight. I really think he will. I just hope that Gib is training hard. That's the thing, is I haven't really seen a lot of his training footage. I hope that he's really working hard. You know what I mean? I really hope so, because he needs to. He needs to. You can't cheat boxing. You can't cheat boxing. The only way that you're going to be successful in boxing is through hard fucking work and dedication. You know what I mean? So I really hope that he's doing that, So KSI called out a bunch of people. After the KSI fight, Jake Paul sent out a tweet that said Nate Robinson could beat KSI. Or was it Pineda? No, KSI. Nate Robinson could beat KSI. I mean, are you fucking dumb? Like, I don't understand. Jake Paul's just being an idiot. That's all it is. He's just trying to, rile people up and give views. Jake Paul's a fucking idiot. You know how it is. I mean, everybody who hangs around him, you could tell, man, they lose brain cells. That's just how it is, man. And listen, I'd like to think that what was it? A lot of people that I know, they like Jake Paul more. They don't really like KSI. They rep Jake Paul, and it's really hard to be a KSI fan where I'm from. You know what I mean? Shit. But, I'm still a KSI fan. And when he wins these fights, bro, I'd be rubbing it in their faces. Motherfucker. When KSI beat Logan Paul for the second fight, forget it, bro. Shit. I fucking rubbed it in all their faces, man. It was ridiculous. I'm telling you, this YouTube boxing thing is really growing. It's expanding. And I'm happy about that, because I love seeing these influencer beasts, drum up and then just a massive KO or a massive finish, to end it all. It's class. It's great. You know what I mean? And I could definitely say that this influencer boxing has definitely brought the younger generation into boxing, which is great, because even though you could say, boxing is a violent sport, people hurt each other, it's definitely still a sport and requires a lot of discipline and mental toughness and physical toughness and strengthening of those two aspects. And when people watch it and when people study and follow these great fighters who have such a strong philosophy and a strong mindset, they tend to look up to these fighters as role models, and they start following in their footsteps, whether it's in fighting or in other aspects of their life. They just take that same mentality of, I gotta work hard, stay focused, and never give up. And then they take those and they apply it to everyday life. That's one of the magic, the beauty of boxing. You know what I mean? Boxing, MMA, hell, even WWE. John Cena always had that never give up shit, and rise above hate. That shit really helped out a lot of kids, and you could see it, so I'm really happy this event happened, and it was a great fucking event, overall, great fucking event. Logan Paul was there, right? He's like, yeah, KSI's my best friend. We're business partners and shit, He had the big Prime bottle on the first fight coming out. Oh, man, what an event. I can't say it enough. Fousey was ripped. Fousey was fucking ripped. I'm so happy for him because he got you saw how fucking big he was, how fat he was in that previous fight. And then he's like, "Nah, I gotta cut." And you saw that. He went through hell to get to where he was, and for him, it sucks that he lost, but for me, fuck yeah, Deji won by a mile. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Listen, that one had to lose. One person had to lose. I was thinking before the fight, what if they drew? It'd be fucking funny if they drew. I swear to God. But no, thank God there was an actual definitive winner of the Deji versus Fousey fight. You know what I mean? It was a great fight. So, it was just a great fight overall. Logan Paul had a fight with Floyd Mayweather way back when, and I thought that was pretty funny. Obviously, Floyd destroyed him the entire fight, but Jake Paul was there in the crowd. 50-1! 17 seconds or whatever. 10 seconds. 10 seconds for the rest of your fucking life. Just screaming at him. It's the dumbest thing. It was the dumbest thing. He used memes all about it and shit. Oh my God. It was ridiculous. Oh, now I'm starting to reminisce. I'm starting to reminisce all the way back to the Joe Weller days. Oh, speaking of Joe Weller, that son of a bitch. I'm surprised they let him fucking do the countdown show after the stunt he pulled on the weigh-in. Really? I didn't. Let me tell you something, okay? I understand that KSI was talking shit or whatever, right? And then his defense is, I'm not going to roll over like everybody else. I'm not going to roll over. Bro, KSI will smoke you, bro. Get that shit out of my face. He already did. Let me tell you something. On their first fucking fight, Joe Weller had an amateur boxing fight round. KSI did not have any fighting experience at all. And they had, I think, the same amount of time to train, right? And, actually, I don't know. Maybe JJ had less. I don't know. But let's just say it's the same time to train. JJ destroyed him in the match. Like, they didn't just win and it went to decision. Oh, it was a close match. No. JJ TKO'd his ass. Destroyed him that fight. It was ridiculous. He was blocking with his fucking face. You know what I mean? And I don't know what Joe Weller wants. He's like, I'm going to get him in a street fight. Oh, so you can use underhanded, cheap tactics like a coward would? Oh, that's great. All right, listen, this isn't a personal attack, all right? I get heated. Bro, come on. Joe Weller was killing me, man. Deji wants to fight a few people. He wants to fight, Bryce Hall? I think that's his name. Man, that's an easy fight, Deji. Come on. Well, actually, now that he fought Fousey, and he didn't really defend himself that well. Shit, Bryce Hall probably would be a good jump. I'd like to see him fight one person and then fight Joe Weller. So probably Bryce Hall would be a good fight. Yeah, he fights Bryce Hall, and then he fights Joe Weller. I could see that, 100%. I was thinking of, strategies for KSI's next fights. Like, let's say, for example, if he fights Jake Paul in a year, right? In a year. So he's probably going to have a card or two between then. I was thinking he could have 2 cards in 4 months. Who would he fight? I forget. Oh, yeah, in 4 months, he would fight Austin McBroom. Oh, no. In 4 months, I wanted him to fight Joe Weller again, because fuck Joe Weller, but he's not going to do it. Come on now, obviously. And then in the 4 months afterward, I wanted him to fight McBroom. And then the last 4 months, the year mark, it would be Jake Paul. And it's like, all right, now he's got plenty of fights under his belt. He's experienced. He's ready. You know what I mean? He's used to finishing because I know he would knock out both those fuckers 100% with a shadow of a doubt in my mind. He would definitely destroy those two, which is kind of a thing. I kind of want him. That's kind of a thing as well, as you kind of want somebody to be his match. The point of this event for him is to get rid of the ring rust. So now that he's done that, he wants to actually fight somebody that's worth a damn. So I don't know, maybe McBroom and Bryce Hall probably wouldn't be a good fight. I mean, don't get me wrong, McBroom definitely did have good fight against Bryce Hall, but I mean, Bryce Hall wasn't a good opponent. He barely defended himself that whole fight. Like, come on, bro. I don't know if Austin McBroom would be a good fight for KSI. I'm being honest. Now, Gib, I don't know. I think that'd be a good fight. I think that him versus Gib would be a good fight because it used to be JJ was saying in the past, years ago, that, Gib is actually a better fighter than me. Like, he beat me in spars. Like, no, he gave me a hard time in sparring is what I meant to say. And now I'm pretty sure his level's above Gib. I'm being honest. I think his level's above Gib now. I mean, I don't know. We're going to see. Next time that Gib fights, we're going to see. But I mean, JJ just showed utter dominance in the ring, which is good. I'm like I said, I'm really happy for him, and I know they're partying hard right now. I'm recording this, I think at like 10:50, something like that, my time. So yeah, late as fuck. Oh yeah, they're raving over there, man. Good for them. I can't say it enough. They must be on top of the fucking world right now. They all the Tunjies. Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? I can't say it enough. What a fucking card. That was great. You know, I remember Jake Paul was trying to call out Conor McGregor. That's some stupid shit, bro. What the fuck? Jake Paul was trying to call out Conor fucking McGregor. First of all, I just want to say that in a boxing fight, Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul, shit. That's a hard fucking fight, I'm being honest, because he definitely did do decently well against Floyd Mayweather until the later rounds where he got winded and then Mayweather picked him apart. But in the first 3 rounds, I mean, dude, he was doing bits. I think it was the first 3. Yeah, the first 3. It's been a while. You know, and I don't know if that would be I don't think now it would be a good fight. I don't think now because, I mean, he fucked up his leg. I mean, yeah, he's bulked, you know what I mean, and all that, but I really need to see him fight again in the octagon or hell, the boxing ring before I can say that it would be a good fight or not. I can't give you a good opinion on that right now because I'm not sure, you know. Jake Paul, I'd say I'd give the edge to Jake. If Conor McGregor comes back in a Conor versus Dustin Poirier 3 kind of way. You know what I mean? If that's the case, it's like maybe I could probably put it towards Jake Paul, but I don't know, man. I'm being honest. Conor is really good with his hands. And now he has more experience in boxing. You know what I mean? And he could definitely train up for a while. Like, I'm pretty sure it won't be a short notice thing, even though Jake Paul is a fucking king of that. You know, oh, let me get Ben Askren right after the hip surgery. Let me get Tyron Woodley on 3 weeks' notice. Let me get Nate Robinson, a basketball player. Like, come on, bro. You know, shit. Even though JJ was like talking shit, it's like Nate Robinson can dunk, fam. You know what I mean? Nate Robinson is an athlete. You know what I mean? Come on, JJ. No way in hell you thought he was gonna win. He was just talking shit. You know what I mean? That's just funny to me. That shit's very funny to me. Oh man, I can't even begin. Bro, Conor McGregor's career in the and the UFC, phenomenal. I mean, he pulled in the biggest pay-per-view numbers anybody had ever pulled in, period. You know, Ronda Rousey, Jon Jones. They pale in comparison when it comes to pay-per-view buys. It's ridiculous. You know, Conor McGregor, what was it? What was his first really big fight? I think it was Jose Aldo. Yeah. Is it Jose or Jose? Because people always say, like Joe Rogan, he says Jose. Jose Aldo. So I'm going to say Jose Aldo because Joe Rogan's always right. You know what I mean? I mean, I saw the press conferences. I saw the build-up. I saw the documentary where Conor McGregor was just constantly riding this fucking Jose Aldo. Just for, I think it was a year they were building up the fight because he pulled out and then they had to redo it. You know, so I think it was a solid year. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But of just constantly saying, I'm going to fuck you up. You're my bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you're wearing the belt, stealing it from him, you know, making him worried. Like, Jose Aldo got so petrified and nervous in the fucking octagon when they finally got in there together that he was knocked out in 8 seconds, I think. 9 seconds? 8 to 9 seconds. Holy shit. Actually, no, I think it was 15. I don't know, but it was first round very early. Fucked him up. You know what I mean? It was really quick. And, you know, Jose Aldo got right up after it, but it was already too late. That's the thing with the UFC. You can ground and pound, and the referee needs to get in there. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? It's not like boxing where it's like, oh, 1, 2, 3. No. I can get in there, throw some elbows. You know, I can't kick him in the face. I have to be laying down with him and knee him, I think, right? That's the rule. But still, fucking cool, right? And so Conor McGregor is high on fucking life, and he's killing the game at this point. He's like, who the fuck's gonna fight me next? You know, and he fought all of these guys. Now I'm starting to run blanks on a bunch of names, you know. But I mean, he did great with whoever he fought. He did great. until Nate Diaz entered. I think it was 3 weeks notice, 2 weeks, something like that. It was a very short notice. And Nate Diaz came in, bro, and he fucking destroyed Conor, man. It was ridiculous. In the first round, Conor was good with the hands. I just rewatched the fight. And he was good with the hands. He came in with the fucking, I think it's his left hand that he kills with. He jabs at you with the right, and then bang, he hits you with the left. And he's so good at that. But in the second round, I mean, nobody had ever outboxed Conor McGregor. That's the thing. Nate Diaz outboxed Conor McGregor until Conor McGregor initiated a takedown, which then led to Nate Diaz getting on top of Conor and doing a submission. He ground pounded the fuck out of him, so then Conor McGregor revealed his back, and then Conor got choked the fuck out. I mean, that's crazy to me, and it was crazy. It shocked the world. No one thought that Nate Diaz would win this fight because of the short notice, and Conor McGregor was on such a hot streak. But he won, not controversially, definitively. I mean, that's craziness to me, How in the world? I mean, don't get me wrong. Nate Diaz is a bad motherfucker. All of that. Of course. It just didn't seem like the narrative. You know what I mean? It seemed like, Conor McGregor's going to steamroll another guy. All right, whatever. You know what I mean? No. They keep you on your toes. And then they had a rematch, and they fucking went the distance. They went the whole way. That's crazy to me because Conor McGregor doesn't go that far. He doesn't. And then he won the fight by decision. That's crazy to me. Some people think it was a robbery. Nate Diaz should have won. I don't know. I feel like Conor won. I really need to rewatch the second one because I haven't watched that in a while. Then you have Conor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this was... Well, no, it was Conor versus Floyd Mayweather first. I already told you, he beat him in the 10th round, I think. And then after that, even though it was great press conferences and great build-up, it's just, he's not a boxer. You know what I mean? It's just not how it is. And then the next match, it was him versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, which, by the way, Conor McGregor does not stop challenging himself. That's the thing. It's like, I just came off of a loss? Fuck it. Fight the best guy in my weight class. Bro! Bro! Oh, let me rephrase. No, it wasn't Khabib Nurmagomedov first. It was fucking Cerrone. Donald Cerrone, I think that's his name. Cerrone, the cowboy. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So many fights under his belt. Ridiculous. I mean, how is that guy not in a fucking institution, in a hospital with constant life support? I mean, that guy gets fucked up so many times. He wins fights. He's clinical, but I'm saying, he gets beat the fuck up. He's a tough bastard. He really is. So he went up against Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor just shoulder struck him and completely obliterated his nose and just beat him. Just straight up outclassed him, which is crazy because he just came back from boxing. We don't know how good he's gonna be, and then he comes back emphatically. So he fights Cerrone. I keep saying Cerrone, right? And then he comes up and fights Khabib Nurmagomedov. Fuck, bro. If Khabib is the best, I think it's lightweight, right? Lightweight, the best lightweight of all time. I believe it's lightweight. I'd like to think it is. Of all time. And that's really hard for me to say because I love Nate Diaz. I love Conor McGregor. Which, by the way, Conor McGregor put a lot of attention towards the weight class that he was fighting in. Nobody knew these names. Everybody knew light heavyweights and shit, but nobody knew these names until Conor McGregor came into the lightweight division. And now everybody knows everybody. Tony Ferguson, all that stuff. So I just want to give big shout out to Conor McGregor for doing that. He really did help the sport. But when Khabib goes into a fight, and he dominates. He's never had a moment where he almost got beat. He got outclassed. He barely survived. No. Khabib destroys every person you put in front of him. It's ridiculous. He's a fucking, I think it's a Sambo champion. He wrestles bears, bro. He wrestles bears. You don't fuck with Khabib Nurmagomedov. Legit. I can't imagine going up against that fucking titan of a human being. Ridiculous. I couldn't imagine it. Whatever I say on this podcast, I just want to make it very clear. Khabib Nurmagomedov is the best lightweight. I think it's lightweight. Don't quote me. Lightweight of all time. That's where I stand on the matter, okay? Till somebody fucking beats Habib or beats his fucking undefeated streak, then we can talk. Until then, he's the best. That's it. That's how it is. You know? Just how I think that Jon Jones is the best light heavyweight fighter of all time. He may not be that good as a human being, but he's a really good fighter. He's a really good fighter. And that's the only reason why he got off on those so many fucking crimes is because he's a really good fighter. You know? Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. You know what I mean? So Habib Nurmagomedov fights Conor. And during the press conference going up into the fight, I mean, you could see Conor McGregor just going off the hinges. Bro, he was getting crazier and crazier. It eventually got to a point where Habib was like, all right, we fight in street fight. And then Conor McGregor rolled up with his boys. And then Habib was in the bus or whatever, right? And Conor fucking threw a stool into the goddamn bus. Like, cut 3 people up with the glass. Like, holy shit, bro. You're crazy. Of course, Conor paid all them fines. He don't give a fuck, man. He owns whatever city he's in. That's just how it is. He walks in there, he takes over. That fucking, you can't touch him. If he gets arrested, Ireland fucking riots. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. The Irish don't give a fuck, man. They'll fucking burn down all the pubs. They'll do it. They don't give a fuck. That's their fucking pride and joy, and they'll do it. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. So Conor finally, they get to the fight, and I mean, Conor's just outclassed in every way. In every way, he gets outboxed again. Habib Nurmagomedov, the guy who fucking takes people down, knocks him down. Bro, I think it was the knockdown, right? He fucking wobbled him, and then he came at him with a running knee, and then he got him on the ground, something like that. What a fucking, bro, animal. Just an animal. He's an animal. And then after that Habib Nurmagomedov fight, it was just downhill, bro. He went up against Dustin Poirier twice, and he lost the second fight. I think it was a submission. I think it was. Oh no, was it a TKO? Oh yeah, it was a fucking knockout. Yeah, because there's a meme all about it. I remember that. Yeah, he's on the fucking ground. He has his hand on his head. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. So yeah, he knocked him down. He knocked him out. That's fucking crazy. He finished him. I don't know what round. And then the third fight came around. It's like, okay, finally, we're gonna have a definitive winner. You know, Conor fucking breaks his leg. And it wasn't a Dustin Poirier kick because we did the replays and, you know, he just landed on it wrong and it fucking split. And he's like, well, I did have a shin splint in my leg here, you know, or like whatever. Like it was fractured. So it makes sense, you know. I was like, yeah, I can believe that 100%. Now, who do I think was winning that fight? At that moment, it was Dustin. I think Dustin was winning that fight. It was very close, but Dustin was winning. He didn't completely outclass Conor like he was saying, but of course he's got to big himself up. You know, because he is him. So Dustin Poirier needs to believe in Dustin Poirier. And, of course, he's going to see it as if he dominated rather than them being really close because that's just how it is. You know what I mean? I need to watch the Dustin Poirier podcast with Joe Rogan because I think he talks about the Conor McGregor beef and stuff. And I've seen half of it. I think I really want to watch the rest of it. That fucking, the way he was trash talking Conor McGregor, your wife is in me DMs, hey baby. That's so fucking crazy. He snapped his leg in half, and he's fucking talking shit, bro. If I have to take this outside with him, it's on outside. I'm like, bro, Conor McGregor's a psychopath. We love it. We're here for it. I'm just saying he's a fucking psychopath. Jesus Christ. Good for him, though. Good for him. You gotta be a psychopath to be in the fucking MMA. You kidding me? You wouldn't last 2 fucking fights if you weren't a psychopath. Look at Tony Ferguson. That motherfucker's the freak show of the year, and he's successful as fuck. You know what I mean? The only exception is Habib, who's the best, I guess. Yeah, come on, he's got to be crazy in some way. I just think he's crazy in a way that he doesn't show. You know what I mean? He has a discipline like no other. I mean, wrestling, MMA, mixed martial arts, that's his life. He was born and raised in it. So it makes sense. You know what I mean? That he would win every single fight with just perfection. I mean, he outclassed everybody. I remember that the Tony Ferguson and the Habib Nurmagomedov fight tried to happen twice, and both times didn't work out, unfortunately. But All I was thinking is like, bro, there's no way Tony wins this fight. And that's hard for me to say because Tony Ferguson's a fucking badass. El Kukui, that's my guy. But it's Khabib Nurmagomedov, dog. Come on. It's Khabib. No fucking way. You can't beat him. You can't beat him. Khabib is just fucking scary. He's otherworldly. He's an alien. You know what I mean? He's a fucking alien. There's no other explanation. You know what I mean? Shit. So, I'm going to talk about Jon Jones for a minute. You see, I'm talking about combat sports. I'm trying to keep it all in one topic because I'm trying to get clips. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm trying to get some clips. You know what time it is. Anyway, Jon Jones, the best light heavyweight of all time. Period. Hey, bar none. Seriously. What was it? You have people like Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic, which Francis Ngannou destroyed Miocic, which I did not expect. That was just class, right? But Stipe Miocic won, and right now I think that Stipe Miocic is definitely in the running. But no, he's a heavyweight. He's not even a light heavyweight. Never mind. I'm being an idiot. He's a heavyweight. Never mind. What am I talking about, right? Didn't Stipe Miocic... Yeah, no, Stipe Miocic fought Daniel Cormier, and it just didn't work out for him. Oh, DC is such a fucking tragic fucking story, dude. Let me tell you something, DC, if you're listening, which you're not, but I'm saying if you were, you are a fucking credit to the sport. You are a great fighter, and you are an amazing inspiration, and you will go down as one of the best light heavyweights of all time, period. Let me put that down right there. Just like how Alexander Gustafsson can be known as one of the best light heavyweight champions of all time. One of the light heavyweight fighters of all time. Oh, God, I can't believe I said that. Oh, that feels so bad. Jon Jones was just on another level, dude. I think one of the main reasons why is because Jon Jones's body was built for MMA. I mean, Joe Rogan says this all the time. Jon Jones was just built. He's the perfect specimen. He was made in a laboratory, you know what I mean, for mixed martial arts. And so you have all that God-given talent along with a good work ethic that Jon Jones does possess on most of his fights, you know, except the one where he almost lost to Alex until the last round. Well, it was really evenly matched, but, you know, Alex really did have good fucking heart. He destroyed, and Jon Jones destroyed back. What a great fight, by the way. If you haven't seen Alexander Gustafsson versus Jon Jones 1, you need to watch it now. It's free on YouTube. Go watch it. Click out of this video or stop listening to this podcast, whatever you're doing, and go watch that fucking fight. Because that shit, that shit's amazing, bro. I can't say it enough. It is the classiest. It's probably the best MMA fight, best UFC fight I've ever seen. It's the best. I think if it's not the best, it's top 3. It is the best out there. If you haven't seen it, you don't know what you're missing, bro. I'm being honest. You do not know what you are missing. Get on that shit. It's ridiculous. You know? And you have a guy like Jon Jones going up against all of these titans that if Jon Jones didn't exist, would be champion. Daniel Cormier, Alexander Gustafsson, what was his name? I forget his name. Stipe Miocic, that's not the guy. What was it? You know, just all of these fucking guys. I don't think Jon Jones ever fought Stipe, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's right. But still, I really think that Jon Jones in his pride would fucking destroy all of these guys. Jon Jones is just such a great light heavyweight. It's ridiculous. And now, I can talk about his personal life. I can say, like, oh, he's this and that and the other. And, you know, he's a horrible human being. And you know what? I can agree with that sentiment. He's definitely done a lot of wrong continuously. 100%. He needs to get out of his own fucking head and clean up his act. But he knows that. And he's not going to do it. He's, you know, that's just how he is at this point, which sucks. I really wish that wasn't like him. If he actually was, a person who abided by the law, you know, didn't get drunk and hit pregnant women's cars and run off, didn't get into bar fights, you know, didn't get in all these fucking traffic problems, you know, all that stuff, all those felony charges, whatever, you know, if he didn't get into any of that, man, I mean, he'd probably still be fighting. He'd probably still be fighting. That's the thing. He doesn't fight anymore because of his personal life. He keeps getting suspended. And then when he finally comes back, he gets in another arrest, or he tested positive for this drug, or dude, Jon Jones is killing me, man. He really is, because he is the best light heavyweight of all time, and he's ruining his years. He wasted so much time in the sidelines, and I don't know how old he is now, but it's getting to the point where he's gonna pass his prime soon, and he hasn't been in a fight. I think his career's over in the UFC. It's been like that for a few years now. And that sucks for me to say, because Jon Jones had so much potential in that ring, to get that octagon, to get better. Could you imagine Jon Jones, the epitome of perfection in the light heavyweight division, getting better? I'm just saying, like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I mean, he fought Alexander Gustafsson, and he said that he legit didn't train, or no, that he partied the night before. I mean, are you fucking joking me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? He was that confident, and he beat him, bro. I mean, it was by decision. It was very close, but still, he beat him. Let me clarify something, because people are going to, like, Google his record and be like, oh, but he has one loss on his record. That was some bullshit disqualification for, I think it was 12-6 elbows. You know what I mean? Some stupid rule that was implemented a long time ago by people who have no idea what fucking martial arts is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just how it is, brother. You know, and it sucks that that rule's still in MMA. It really is stupid. You know? I mean, Jon Jones was a dirty fighter, too. I can say was, I think, safely now. I don't know if he's ever going to come back. You know? And I don't know if he wants to come back. I'm being honest. He's made his money. But, you know, at this point, I feel like... No. Jon Jones is definitely a dirty fighter. He has poked so many eyes. He has poked so many eyes. It's ridiculous. That's all he fucking does. He goes for the eyes. It's because what he does is he likes to use his reach to his advantage. So he's having his hand out, his palms out, and his fingers are out. And so he's trying to, like, push you back. He holds your head. You know what I mean? He's there. But a lot of the time... What will happen is that their opponent will, like, duck their head because he thinks, like, oh, he's going in for a jab or some shit like that, right? And then their head will just go directly into their to his finger. It's like, oh fuck, and it, you know, his finger's jammed halfway up his eyelid, damn near touching his fucking brain, and it's just, oh damn, that's crazy. Give me like 30 seconds, I'll be all good. You know, like, no man, I'd be out of commission if I got poked like that. Like how some of these guys get poked. It's ridiculous. Jon Jones, I'm 100% certain that he doesn't cut his nails. So like, you know, so when somebody gets poked by his fucking hand, like, it cuts the eye, and then they have to stop the fight. 100%. Why didn't he do that shit? I'm just saying that shit would have worked. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Listen, win by any means necessary. Get me? Referee stoppage is still OW in my book. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know. But Jon Jones was amazing, and he wasn't even at his prime yet. Jon Jones was not even at his prime yet. That's what fucking bothers me. He wasn't even at his prime yet, ladies and gentlemen. Hydration. No, anyway, yeah, he didn't fucking win, and he never stopped losing. That's what I meant to say. You know, what a great fighter, and it sucks that, you know, his career got cut short. You know, but. It's not a matter of circumstance. He did that his damn self, you know. But hey, what can you do? You know what I mean? What can you do? I just hope that he's doing better in real life, and that, you know, things get better for him. You know, I mean, recently he had a problem in Vegas. I don't remember what it was for, but, you know, he got pulled over. The cops talked to him, whatever the hell. And, of course, he was being rude to the cops. I don't like that shit, you know, but whatever. It's how it is. You know, I'm a celebrity, you know, that kind of shit. It's stupid. I've had run-ins with you before. Fucking, you know what I mean? Whatever. It's fine. All right? We love Jon Jones as a fighter. As a human being, that's a different conversation for a different podcast. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to hit an hour, and I think I've expended my combat sports off the cuff memory. I need to actually sit down and write notes before I actually hit a podcast, because I'm sure this podcast was everywhere. I legit just wanted to practice for like 5 to 10 minutes, just see what would happen if I had to ramble. And we are currently at 59 minutes and 20 seconds. Just me talking about boxing and MMA. And I have so much more to talk about, but I want to keep this podcast at an hour. So it's not too fucking hard to upload, because I have to upload this shit off my phone with my data, because I don't have Wi-Fi in the house right now, and that shit takes forever. So, like I said, this is being recorded the night of the Misfits boxing event, KSI versus Swarmz / Pineda. And I just want to finish this off by saying I hope you guys have a nice, productive ass day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so very much for listening to the end. Take care, y'all.